benefits I think that people don't know about. What are some of the benefits?
Well, example, you know, say a pilot of my age that flew helicopters over Vietnam spraying Agent Orange, and now has developed an adult onset diabetes. It's now been associated with Agent.
On the Geico Skytypers, you heard how noisy they were, but if they're doing much aerobatic work, the tip of the propeller goes almost supersonic, and that's what creates that very, very loud noise. At McGill Airfield, 75 years in the Tampa safety area. They practice 3-4 days a week, and like you said, work out every single day. This year, I'm still looking for that absolutely perfect flight. And I think that describes the Kirby champions in the best way. Always striving to do better. My question is, how does the body take it? But I'll tell you that it's because of all of the exercising that Kirby does. Look at this. Quick roll rate of the airplane. Kirby champion. Look at the speed of those wingsuits, traveling in excess of about 140 miles an hour. See, they drop very, very rapidly now. Reach back, pull out that drogue chute and deploy the very small parachute of the Red Bull Air Force. Sean McCormick has 20,000 dives. 20,000 dives. He's a Hollywood stuntman. Miles Dasher has 8,000, 4,100 base jumps where they jump from like a cliff. And check this out, 80 kayak skydives. What's a kayak skydive? You jump out of the airplane, deploy the chute, and then you land in a kayak. He resides in Twin Falls, Idaho. Also a stuntman. All three of these skydivers were saved by Iron Man in Iron Man 3. And they all three participated in the movie. John DeVore, head of the team, 19,000 jumps, 500 base jumps. Captain of the Air Force team, 21 years doing this. Hollywood stuntman in movies Iron Man 3, Fast and Furious, Point Ball, Break, you name it. Here they come. Sean McCormick, Miles Dasher, John DeVore, all members of the Red Bull Air Force. Here they come! You can see the openings in the leading edge of that parachute, allowing it to fill with air. Scooting across the ground, pulling down on both of those toggles. And here we are.
Come to Sun and Fun both Wednesday and Saturday night. You will see Wild Blue at night with his Wheeling Engineering lights. We also want to thank True Track Autopilot System. Now Jive's coming back in. He's going to do a pass pitch up to land. We do want to also thank the new corporate sponsor for Wild Blue Rodeo, and that is rockandrolldream.com, because this little airplane, he had his own rock and roll dream, and that was to be a fighter jet. And today, He thinks he actually may have made it happen with his fighter pilot at controls.
Look at the speed. Here we go.
But he likes that he can keep Wild Blue more in front of the crowds, even when he is repositioning for his next maneuver, thus keeping the performance front and air show.
Loss of lift there, and it rolls out. Now, here is the most unusual roll that you're going to see anywhere in the world. The scooter is the only one that does it. It's called the Pentagon roll. He's going to stop the airplane 5 times the roll. Services and all those who support the military, and especially the 75th anniversary of MacDill Air Force Base. Ladies and gentlemen, the Geico Sky Typers Fan Pass. Now, as the team rejoins with the signals on the formation, the solos and the diamond have in store for us. As the solos pull to the sky, the diamond has transitioned into a vertical diamond. Watch now as the vertical diamond flies through the center of the heart, drawn to the solos. Now for the #1 engine, #1 aircraft. Let's start the slope. There is Murray Arkin and Steve Kapoor. #2, Ken Johansson. #3, Mark Eberhard. #4, Bob Johansson. #6, Tom Daly. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2016 Geico Sky Typers. Geico and the Geico Those Sky Tampers would like to thank you for supporting this air show and their great sponsors. Stop by. Quiet those engines are. The 1950s era engines that were on there did not meet really the criteria for today's environmental specs, but by Solos, their maneuver solo pilots today, big solo. Now watch this maneuver. As he runs out of airspeed, let's see if he flies over the top. Runs out of airspeed, and a little tumble there. Nose goes over the tail, wingtip goes over the wingtip. That's a gyroscopic maneuver. He's out of control right now, but right straight back down the show center comes Rob Holland. Look at the roll rate on that aircraft. The MXS carbon fiber aircraft can withstand up to 16 G's. The pilot can't do that, but it can. Now watch as he rolls the airplane. Snap roll, right down to show center. Aileron rolls back as he pulls out to the right. Another hard pull up over 300 horsepower as he goes straight up. You'll see Michael doing his solo routine a little later on. Look at all the aileron rolls all the way up. And there's a tumble as he uses the gyroscopic motion of the propeller of the engine to twist that airplane nose over tail. Knife edge stall there. Each of these gentlemen have got about a 12-minute act, as you'll see a little bit later on. But right now, it's just to show you what you can expect later on. Flying it sideways up there on a knife edge pass. Uses the rudder to tumble that airplane. Nose goes right over the tail. Recovers upright, then straight back down. Exits straight out. Calls himself clear. As Rob Holland and the MXS comes in from the left. Aileron rolls on the 45 down line. And a series of very sharp rolls there. And we slide through the sky, nose over the tail. How about that? Bet you've never seen an airplane do that before. Rob Holland in the He is the current National Aerobatic Champion, and you can see why. By, ladies and gentlemen, now we got a special treat here for you. He exits straight out from the left. Here comes Mikey Julian. Industry. Master Sergeant Kyle Mangalowski as he brings in our American flag. Beautiful skies. Nothing like yesterday. If you were here, we got pretty much soaked most of the day, but ended up miraculously with a 15,000-foot ceiling for the Thunderbirds to fly. And they'll be flying today at 3 o'clock, 1500 hours. You can see how Sergeant Mangalowski controlling that parachute. There's a toggle on the right. If you want to turn right, you pull. There is our American flag out, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to ask you now to stand, please. Remove your cover as Jin Abreu Rachika sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see?
The United States Special Operations Command, the Para Commandos. Let's give them a big round of applause. Now, folks, since they opened in relatively the same altitude, they've got to create horizontal and vertical separation. They'll do that by pulling down on their steering toggles to slow their rate of descent, or in some cases spiraling in a tight turn. What they're doing now is setting up for the right place that they want to be to start their traffic pattern. When they get in position, they'll do a traffic pattern just like an airplane at an airport. They'll do a downwind leg followed by a base leg of 90 degrees. And so they intercept the angle that they want to. And he's kicking to let you know here's G2, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a retired Special Forces officer. And the OIC of our team with over 6,000 jumps.